Hey, how's it going, guys? I'm Coleman Smoll. I'm super excited to take over the CloudWalk Gallery at 360 Chicago here. I'd say I started off a lot more illustrative, but recently I've been moving more into realism, and now I'm kind of trying to bridge the two between a little bit more surrealism with more of a realistic aspect to it. It's very like painterly style, I'd say. So the whole idea was that the Hancock Tower is kind of the guiding light of the city. From anywhere around in any of the neighborhoods, you can always find it, and it's really easy to locate. And so my whole idea was to find different neighborhoods in Chicago where you can get a good shot of the Hancock Tower as a focal point, solely to represent the neighborhoods around Chicago, showing that we all are a part of it. It's not just about the big buildings downtown, it's about everything around us. Honestly, I just need to get painting. I'm going to take it window by window and just make sure that I put the care and the love into each piece that I feel they deserve, and make sure that I get it done in the timeline that needs to be done. Went really well. I got, honestly, a lot of progress done, which I was pretty happy about. Just a lot of like base coats. I'm going to do building up the details today. Yeah, it went really well. I got to watch the sunset up here. It's absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, it was a good day. So this has been my process, and it's going to be my process for all the windows. But just to make things easier for myself, just so I can print it out and make sure that I'm getting it the exact right size, I take my image, I cut it out into smaller pieces, obviously, and then tape the whole thing together, and then you get a much bigger poster. And this one came out a little more pixelated, but it doesn't matter because it's just a stencil, so that I'm going to be painting over. So as long as everything's generally lined up in the right spot, it works out really well. Oh, pretty much the whole day. Like, I think I got here at 10, and I'm getting going now. I think I'm going to probably get painting in the next 30 minutes or so. But then, yeah, I've been doing, I think, like 4-hour bricks painting, and I'll probably do 3 or 4 of those today until I can't see anymore.
Yeah, so this is Lincoln Park. There's like a wooden kind of pavilion structure down there that another artist made that's just absolutely beautiful. And at night, they have these lights that go all along the side that light it up from underneath. It's just absolutely incredible. And best part, it focuses right on the Hancock Tower. So it's like a perfect little view. So yeah, I kind of turned it into a winter scene. I haven't finished any of these, but I'm going to add a moon down here and then kind of like make the X pattern on the Hancock Tower there. But yeah, for the most part, I'd say it's like 80-85% done. And it was really fun to do, but yeah, it was pretty low to the ground. So having a stencil on the back, it is a lot easier to just kind of paint where the colors are. So I didn't have to think about the depth too much, but I'd say every time I take a break, every couple hours, I'll back up and just make sure that everything is looking on point. And honestly, all the little lattice structure in here, that was probably the hardest part, because having to blend it from the bottom up, I think I used a similar color throughout the middle part here, but blending it on just such fine lines was pretty difficult. So I guess that kind of adds the perspective. So this is the Ukrainian village. It's looking east, so it's kind of like on the west side of Chicago, looking kind of east. And yeah, this one was a lot of fun. It was a lot of reds, and I left a lot of like blank space for the windows. That was kind of cool to like actually, it's a window, so see through the windows. But this is Hyde Park looking north, and so the Hancock Tower is like right here. So it's a little bit further back there, but I'm hoping to kind of utilize the light and kind of like really accentuate it a little bit more. But that's the Science and Industry Museum, and the teals in this one. I didn't know I liked teal as much as I do, but just the colors of the roof are just absolutely incredible. I love like blending them all together. So each one's been about 2 days, and I think it was probably 9 to 10 hours each day with breaks in there, of course. I'm not going just straight. That'd be insane. Yeah, so it's what, like 18 hours ish? Yeah, it's on average what I've been spending on each one. And like, there's certain parts I haven't finished yet. Like this side of the building's not quite done. I'm missing a car right here. But I'm trying to just get the majority on there so that I've got something to work with. Yeah. Yeah, you can kind of see it, but it is literally like you're walking on top of the clouds. And so I've got the Hancock Tower here, some of the buildings that are around it. Initially, I think all my color flow was going to match the building so that I was putting complementary colors near the colors as they went down the window. So like yellow is more near Fullerton, which is more violet. Orange is near the blues of Hyde Park and the Planet Stop and Lakeview. And then a little bit darker like blues offset the yellows, or violets to offset the yellows back there. Yeah, so I feel like all of the windows are featuring the neighborhoods that are all around Chicago, and just kind of showing the beauty that they all encompass. And then the actual floor is just kind of viewing the Hancock Tower from a different perspective. I feel like kind of getting above everything, especially the CloudWalk, we're walking on the clouds. It's really kind of cool to see it from this aerial view, especially since like you can kind of only see the buildings peeking out of here, which every time the weather gets kind of cloudy and moody, you see just these buildings sticking up and out of the clouds. It's really kind of surreal. It's been great, actually. I feel like for the first probably week and a half, 2 weeks, I was really, really focused. I was probably one window done in 2 days. I kept that up for about 4 of these, which I felt like was a pretty good speed. And then on Hyde Park, I started slowing down a little bit. But now that everything's done, in the initial start of this, I told myself that this is the point where I was going to be happiest, is when I've got the paint on the windows and I'm happy with where they're at, which I am currently very happy with where they're at. So it's been a really, really good journey. I'm feeling great. I am super happy with the amount of work that I put in and how everything turned out, which I'm my own harshest critic, and so that's pretty big for me to say of myself. But no, I'm absolutely happy with how it turned out. It was a lot of long hours, and I admittedly crashed pretty hard after I finished, but I've resurrected now, so I'm feeling a lot better about it. It's feeling great. It honestly, it was pride. This is the largest exhibition I've ever done, and I think that I really put my entire heart and soul into it. And so coming back in here and seeing all the work that I did and how it turned out, I'm truly, truly happy. So as far as the windows go, I would say that the Fullerton piece, the first piece with the sunrise on it, was my absolute favorite. It was one of the last ones that I did. And I feel like as I kept painting the windows, my skill level just went up because I was learning as I was going. And then with the floor, I added a lot of tiny little details. And one of my favorite things is that I put a lot of friends and family and people that I met along the way into the mural. So I've got a beach scene and a city scene, and I painted teeny tiny little versions of all the people at them. I think that was really cool to be able to incorporate the people that I met along the way into the actual mural. Oh, it means absolutely everything. This is absolutely the biggest project that I've worked on so far in my life. So being able to know that I was able to get it done in the time frame and that I was actually proud of what I made was absolutely everything. This completely stretched myself as an artist. I was doing 10 to 12 hour days. So yeah, being able to look back on it and know that I did a good job and I did literally as much as I could do for the skill level that I'm at just meant everything to me. I think just don't ever stop making stuff. I am so happy with where I'm at, but you didn't see all the behind the scenes journey of my entire life, the ups and the downs, the happy and the sad. And I feel like the number one thing for me was that I just never stopped making things. And that was in not even just painting, it was in whatever realm that I was working in. It all informed the next decision that I made going forward. And I feel like that was the number one takeaway that I could have, or number one advice that I can give to anybody.